Greetings and welcome to this week's week 12 training video. Finally, we get to Wales. Izzy and I went up to recce leg 5 of the Dragon's Back race. Now, for those of you new to the channel, Izzy and I are doing the Dragon's Back in September 2025, which is a 6-day mountain ultra across the mountains of Wales from Conwy to Cardiff. 6 days with 236 miles, 53,000 feet of elevation. Now, most of the people who take on this challenge, if they get through days 1, 2 and 3, then they are highly likely to make it all the way to the finish. But if they don't, it's normally day 5 that catches them out. And when I say make it all the way to the finish, because you have to complete each day inside the time allowance, which is if you get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and you get into camp by 10 o'clock at night, then you've achieved that leg. If you don't, then you basically can't, well, you haven't done the full dragon. So there you go. So leg 5 was the one that we went out to find out what it's all about. It's 71 kilometers, roughly 44 miles, and about 10,000 feet of elevation, or 3,000 meters. So the first part of this video is our 2-day adventure out on the course, and then the rest of the week is just some of my thoughts on the learns and things from the experience. So get a cup of tea because it's a bit of a long one. Might even come in at about 55 minutes by the time I've added my last run of this week. So enjoy. Oh goodness me. That was a long drive. Very wet, but mild, and I couldn't see any snow or ice and things on top of the peaks, so that should be good. Give you a quick tour. I've just arrived, it's 5 o'clock, 5 hours and a half drive. Izzy's going to be here in 20 minutes, but before she gets in and dumps all her bags, I'll give you a quick tour of our accommodation, which I think we've landed on our feet on. This is the lounge. Doesn't look like there's a log burner, but there are logs. I'm not staying here long, I've only got 2 nights, but I've put a little Christmas tree up, which is good. I haven't been around myself yet, so I'll just throw lights on as we go. That doesn't look like it goes anywhere. We did have a youth hostel and we had one room with no ensuite, but instead we've got now a proper place to cook a little bit of food, and we get a, oh that's not nice enough. I don't know weather like this for that. Oh yeah, happy days. That'll do. Yeah, okay. And then Izzy can have this room, I think. And I'll probably have, oh yeah, that'll do. Crashing out, lovely. Yep, that's our little accommodation for a little while. Really cute little kitchen. Tiny. Look at that little Welsh dresser. That's like the most miniature Welsh dresser that there is. I say it's only for 2 nights, so it'll be fine. Izzy's planning the route for us tomorrow, make sure we don't get completely lost. Okay, let's show you what we put in this bag. So, already in is 3 litres of water with tailwind. Then inside pouch I'm going to put some spare leggings in case of need. In the back here is head torch. And I'll round this bag in. A plastic bag is always useful. On this left side I've got my survival divvy, cramp stop, toilet paper, piece of need, lock that up. Then Welsh picks. This is going to go around my waist, and I've got 2 peperamis, a full-fill protein bar, and 2 boost bars, recce poles. Now, in the bottom of the bag we'll live what we call survival stuff. So this is a dry bag, and in there is another pair of gloves, a thick, warm, long-sleeved layer, a t-shirt, and another lightweight waterproof jacket. So if worst comes to the worst, all of that will go on as a change of kit to keep warm, and I'll jump into my bivvy bag. That's only worst case scenario. In here we've got another buff, waterproof trousers, and another pair of winter gloves as well. So that's the kit, that's what we're carrying. We're going to wear the Scarpa Spin Ultras, and yeah, let's have an adventure tomorrow, see how we get on. We set off at 6:20 in the end. Parked the car up in a car park that we don't know whether we'll be able to collect it because of closed roads, but we're going to do the run anyway and we'll work that out later. First hour is going to be in the dark, so not much footage, bear with us. How you feeling, Liz?
Right.
Breakfast time already. Oh, five miles in, folks, and I would say so far, let's just turn you around, it's been farmyard boggy tracks, but reasonably runnable, but we're only doing about 14-minute miling because we've faffed a little, or I faffed a little bit at the beginning, slowed Izzy down. But yeah, nice to have daylight now, no more head torching. Look at that beautiful Welsh countryside. We're in Wales! We are 9.56 miles in. We've got to cross this river, and there's been a lot of rain, so we're just trying to find the easy way. Oh, I think over there. We're about 11 miles in now. That's the famous patisserie, which Izzy just got herself a bit of grub from. In there, all very nice. Got to go and catch up with it now because I forgot to film it. I didn't get anything because I just had to make a pit stop, and I don't want to risk another one. Yeah, trousers. What have you got, Iz?
A very dry panel to put on. That was really white.
Good choice, good choice. 14.5 miles in. Weather's not too bad, but I'll tell you what, we left that town and all we had is tarmac road for 3 miles. Up and up and up and up. I mean, as a road runner, happy days, I say, happy days, but this is, I'm sure, going to get very adventurous shortly because we won't have road all the way. What do you think of this section, Is?
Boring.
Yeah, give me some hills, give me some proper trail, although be careful what you wish for. It's 15.5 miles in now. And I'm not eating enough and regularly enough, so I've set myself a little reminder. We're going to remind each other, me and Izzy, because we're feeling a little bit like this is beginning to tire us now, so yeah, got to keep the fuel in.
There,
Yeah.
corner of that reservoir.
Ask.
Checkpoint 2.
Ah, right. Okay. Awesome, there's a bit of sunshine over there. Yeah, look.
rate in range, 139.
I'm filming this section because when you look at Dragon Gate films or see pictures of Dragon Gate, it's always Crib Goch, Trifan, all the really scary ridges, totally unrunnable sections. But we're only 16, 17 miles into leg 5, but just to give you an example, there is lots and lots of just what you call regular running, isn't it? Well, obviously there's going to be a lot of tricky bits as well, but don't be thinking it's all tricky. You'll have a chance to run bits quite enjoyably and safely as well. What reservoir was that, ask?
Oh, I don't know, I don't think so.
19.34 miles into leg 5. Now, interestingly enough, we have dilly-dallied it a bit and we stopped for a long time in the town. Izzy went to the patisserie, I went to the toilet, but we're just about on the cusp of, at this pace, we would meet checkpoints. But that's also a little bit concerning because we're on fresh legs, and this is day 5, of course. So I'm hoping that when we know the route and we know the bits to run and we don't have to do any faffing, we'll be considerably quicker, because we'll need to be. Anyway, I found a new food. Welsh cakes. It's not a new food, obviously, but for me, on ultras, I had a Welsh cake, 250 calories in one Welsh cake, I'll have you know, and feel $1 million now. Lovely trail this, but this is my favourite forest trails on firm ground. Yeah. I'm sure we're going to hit the wild part soon, aren't we? Apparently. Right, 20 odd miles in, haven't done any climbing yet, but look at that beastie. Oh, hold on, he's sheltered by the trees. That's what we're heading to. Looks like Ben Nevis in shape, doesn't it? Doesn't look much in the camera lens, mind you, but trust me, in real life that looks like a bit of a climb. Anyway, yeah, Izzy says 800 metres up, so have fun. Certainly chilly, wasn't it? Yeah, not a lot to see, there's a lake down there. Oh, it's windy up the top there, when it is.
That's nice.
Izzy comes alive, the wilder and the wilder the weather gets. We come down off the top of that. Me on the other hand, I've got 2 waterproofs on, waterproof trousers, buff, 3 hats, oh I don't know, and my hands are a bit cold. But I'm loving it, honestly, I am loving it, I am. But it'll be nicer in September 25. It's going to be 21.
Unless, you see that line there, halfway up there?
Yeah.
Unless that's at the
another
top
hill.
and it goes down.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, that's the shape. Now it's my turn. Ready? Let's go. Woo! windy.
It's alright, it's all on GoPro, so it's going to be all awesome footage. You did it for the camera, didn't you? How much you loving this recce, Izzy? Only got to cross that stream. Got stepping stones. Going to go up there. Just slippy, isn't it? Yeah. To be fair, this is as good as any place, isn't it? Yeah. Marathon into this lake now. I mean, crikey, on day 5 in September, you're only just about halfway through and you've got the biggest climbs ahead of you, because I can understand why day 5 is an absolute man and woman breaker. But we'll be a lot fitter by then. This is a training run, remember.
We're just going to make this cut off, well, just beat the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the recommended time to get to where we're finishing is 5:40.
If I'm honest, bogs are my least favourite. Yeah, least favourite. But you know, got to be done, isn't it? These are really weird bogs, aren't they? You think you're safe and then your foot just disappears. What is that? Look, we just climbed Monster, aren't we? And then pan round, even for the camera. Come on, oh, it's disappeared in cloud now. You can't even see the climb. That's a beast, isn't it? It's beastie. Come on then. Truth be known, it's blimey cold, miserable, raining, cold feet. We're not conditioned yet properly for this. We've still got God knows how many weeks, 30 weeks of training. So quite an adventure though, quite an adventure, but we've got some climbing ahead of us and we're going to be doing 2 hours of it in the darkness at this rate. Having fun, aren't we, Iz? Say yes we are. Well, this is turning into a mad adventure, isn't it? So what's happening now is we've proved to ourselves that we're going to make good decisions on the hill, because we climbed one just now and the weather had closed in so bad. We're sheltered now, but it was 80 mph winds, definitely. And it nearly blew me off the hill, to be honest, and it was like climbing a ladder. That's how steep it was. Mental. So anyway, we then realised it's going to get dark and we've got 3 more of those climbs to do, and with 3 more of those climbs to do in this weather, in the dark, we decided that just was not going to work. Fair enough if you have to do it during the race, because there's mountain rescue people on each peak, and there's marshals, and there's everybody's got trackers on. But we're just solo out here, aren't we? So we've had an adventure. We've done 30 odd miles. Most of that was on day 5's course, but now we found this dirt track which I'm on now. I'll show you, look, which we think takes us down to a road and off the hill. So that'll give us a chance to work out how to get back to our car, which was parked at where we were meant to be running to. Anyway, it's good. It's character building, isn't it? Character building, that's what it is. But I tell you, my hands are cold, and I've got two waterproof jackets on, 3 layers, about 4 hats, as you can see, and I'm still chilly. Izzy's phoning an ambulance. Not an ambulance, a taxi. Actually, they call them ambulances in some countries, don't they? She's phoning a taxi, and hopefully when we run down this track, we think it's about a kilometre, the taxi will be there to meet us, take us back to the car, then we can have a nice hot bath and some dinner. Yeah, December's a funny time to recce legs in Wales. Anyway, enough for now. So you stay there, and you stay there, good cows. No, they're not. They're good. They're good cows. They're good cows as well. That's it. Good cows. That's it. Stay. You've never seen Izzy move so fast, because she's running away from all the cows, and she's convinced they're chasing after us. Anyway, you can't see me, but we got a taxi. We're back in our car now, driving back to Brecon, and then we're going to get warm and dry, and then think about what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm going to get my car. Still bits to do today, isn't there? Still bits to do today. Yeah, the only place where my pack rubbed was here, and this tape is absolutely awesome. Morning, Tuesday now. Good night's sleep, thankfully, and this cottage has been really good to us actually, everything we need. Now we're going to go and do 11ish miles on the Penny Fan onwards to camp, which is the second part of day 5. And waking up, I feel legs are fine, no cramps in the night, which is a good sign. And yeah, left foot playing up a little bit funny in the joint of the big toe, tiny bit of plantar, but nothing too onerous after such an adventure yesterday. Right foot perfectly fine, so we're good to go. Off we go for day 2. Right, we're about to do the second half now. Parked up in, is it Story Fields? Story Arms car park, and it's 3 degrees. It doesn't feel like 3 degrees. It's because of the wind, isn't it, not being there. Yeah. But look, true to my word, I've worn my Welsh hat. So let's have another adventure. That's where we would have come down yesterday. So that's the little bit we're going to leave to the actual race, I think. A little 3-mile section. First time I've run after an ultra, and my goodness, my legs don't work at all. Izzy says she feels great. It's awesome for her, isn't it, eh? Youth. Yeah, youth. And then, yeah, but I'm hoping I'll feel better as a warm up. We'll see. Well, there goes Izzy. She's going to run all the way up to the top of Penny Fan apparently. We'll see how far she gets, shall we? I'm hiking it. See that just shrouded in this beautiful mountain up there? That's the one we didn't get to recce, coming down that. And that looks like that would have been a real slippy, slidey job. Izzy decided she's got too much kit on, and she's getting adjusted. Look at that, don't you love it when that happens to the cloud? Oh, so beautiful. Full on mist now. Don't know if we're going to get the views we expected today. Very cold up here as well. Izzy's putting on loads more layers. Right down there in the distance, can you see her? Top of Penny Fan, a little bit snowy. Highest point in South Wales. Look at that, lovely bits of stuff clearing. And there's Izzy on the top. No spectacular views, but it is nice being up here though. Very chilly. be fair, these are the scrambly bits that I'm not that great on these big boulders. This bit here I'm filming is not too bad, but back there I just find I haven't got the strength in the I've got to do a lot more pistol squats and dragon squats to just build up the strength in the legs for doing that. I'll be fine. This is the first time I've ever run after an ultra, and it's funny, the legs don't hurt, but you just lose muscle strength and a little bit of coordination. So I'm holding Izzy up a bit today. Yeah, that's the money shot. We're taking today a bit more like a holiday, aren't we? Is our big training day was yesterday. Is that a penny fan then? That one there, we just come down that. Oh look, it all cleared is all of a sudden. Ah, all cleared. That's bracken over there then, yeah? Gotta be, innit? The sun's up. Oh, this is beautiful. You feel like you're not on top of the world, but you feel like it, don't you? Because of the clouds below you. Awesome. Awesomeness, man. This is what I love, getting out and being able to run ultras. You just get to experience so much countryside in one go and one day out, don't you? Why do you love ultras and trail running?
Freedom.
Freedom. Good word. Good word. Free as a bird up here. Feel like a bird as well, don't you? Yeah. I'm getting the camera out far too much today because we're just having a holiday. This is so beautiful with the mist. So how would you get down to it? Oh right, gosh, it shows you, doesn't it? You can walk anywhere really, can't you? Glad they don't bring us down there and looking for it.
Oh, that was fine. That does not, it's not even very.
This is a lovely runnable section. You're up on the top, plateau, nice path, a bit boggy sometimes, but generally really quite runnable. Oh, Lord knows where we're going now there. Spoke too soon. We're back to muddy bogs. Lovely gravel path, then muddy bogs. Izzy loves a bog. Back in that one slip with the foot way down the hill. Alright, last leg of the adventure now for this recce a couple of days. We've got to get down to those woods over yonder. Quite a steep descent ahead of us, but I'm sure we'll find a path.
We're 400 metres down, quite a lot actually.
400 metres down, okay, alright. Well, that guy sitting on the coach, hey! This is laughing now. Can you see it's laughing? Laughing! Honestly, what sort of a companion is that? Oh no, hold on. There's many getting easier, aren't there? Oh, now this bit I've got the camera out purely because it is so beautiful. And it's still grassy descent, but look at that lovely river down there. And the bracken and the ferns all on the ground. Can't want this though. Nice bit. Really, very steep. But gosh, that is beautiful.
Heart rate 98.
I'm going to put my poles away, I think, for this section. That's a learn for me. I put the poles away upside down, I think, but I don't think they're going to fall out. They should last. But yes, hopefully we won't need poles anymore. But this is a bit by the river that's, yeah, slippery, treacherous tree roots and rocks. So I'm going to put the poles away because I won't need them. And I want both hands to stay safe. And I'm going to put the GoPro away as well.
we there yet?
No, stay on the left. A mile to get back into camp, 12 minutes, what do you reckon?
We'd have to do a mile in 12 minutes to make the trek off.
Yeah.
Not a chance!
No, we won't get that back.
We're going to be one of those getting in 10:05. I don't know if I fancy this in the dark, but almost certainly, based on this recce, me and Izzy will be doing this bit in the dark. You need a really good head torch and make sure the batteries are fresh. This is going to be such an adventure in September, if I make it this far, of course. Although I will do this bit even as hatching, because it has been fun this second half. I wouldn't want to do the first half as a hatching. It's more like an Essex run, that bit. But this second half, wow, full on adventure.
Good morning, welcome to Thursday, 5th of December, first run since the Brecons. Oh man, I'll give you a bit of an update in a little while. Okay, so what you just watched there was an epic, we really enjoyed it, 2-day adventure out on leg 5 of the Dragon's Back. I feel, even when I was just editing it, the dramatic scenery and the fact that it's actually on the course makes this week's video more relevant, but hopefully for the viewer more exciting to watch as well, because I love seeing good landscapes. And we, in fairness, didn't even get a bad day weather-wise on the second day, so it made it all the better. Anyway, so what I talk about on this run is, this is a 6-mile recovery, by the way. I'm going to talk about my learns for kit, and then on tomorrow's run I'll talk about my general learns for the leg 5. And yeah, that's the order I'll do it. I'll start from the toes up. So my first win, big tick of the box, is the Scarpa Spin Ultras. I wore them for the first 30 odd miles, first day of recce, and I switched to the Golden Gate Scarpas for the second day from Penny Fan onwards. Now the Scarpa Spin Ultras I just found so comfortable. They gripped awesomely well on any surface, to be fair. I even tried to demonstrate to Izzy that on a wet rock they felt like a frog's foot on a kitchen lino floor. They were really amazing. Really good grip on the mossy, boggy bits on downhills. I didn't personally take any steps on those. So yeah, I'm gonna, at this early stage, say that they're going to be my go-to shoes. Now the Golden Gates, very comfortable on the roads. I don't know whether it's because I've worn the tread down quite a lot, because I've done a couple of 100 miles in them now, but they just did not have the grip. I'm sure they're good shoes for the right sort of athlete who enjoys how they perform, probably the faster runners, to be fair. And also they're a much wider sole, and as I think I've said in other videos, I like the Spin Ultras because they're a smaller, thinner sole, so they feel more like there's natural feet, whereas I always feel like I'm going to trip myself up or just don't feel as sure-footed in the Golden Gates. Anyway, they're both brilliant shoes. This is just my personal review, and I say Spin Ultras win the day. Now, inside the shoes, I wore my toe socks, wore my hilly ones on the second day. First day I wore the Gingy, and yeah, they're brilliant. I mean, I'll definitely be wearing them, so I've got quite a few more pairs. They are awesome. Had Ron Hill trail shorts on. I mean, they're always a given for trail runs, and I mean, the great thing about them, like a lot of trail shorts, is the lycra inside, so it stops all the rubbing things. Plus you've got millions and millions of pockets to put things in. And moving on from that, the very important part, the core. On the first day I wore got my O'Neill sweatshirt material, wetsuit material t-shirt. The idea being that as I sweat, it will wick away the sweat, or keep the sweat lower than wick it, and then perform like a wetsuit, because wetsuits perform better when they get wet. Now over that I had another layer, then a waterproof, and it wasn't a particularly cold day down in the valleys, and that pretty much, you know, that was fine. Once we got up on the hill, thank the Lord I bought another waterproof, because it was blowing a gale. I mean, we're talking 80 mile an hour gusts, wind chill probably was minus 10 degrees, and putting on another waterproof was how I got out of jail on that day, to be honest. I didn't have a good enough base layer, and that's a learn for me. Izzy's got a nice quilted synthetic hooded jacket, like a mini sleeping bag, really thin, and she popped that on, and she was toasty, whereas I was lacking a bit. Any colder, I think I'd have been in trouble. And also, my gloves are rubbish because they're not waterproof, and once they get wet, my hands are gone. So yeah, a couple of kit learns there, definitely. Hat wise, on day 2 I had my Welsh hat on, totally impractical for running, but it was only a 10-mile leg, so just a bit of fun really. But other than that, I will wear my Nike peak cap because it keeps all the rain off, and also you can use it to hold your hoods up. And yes, that technique, I wanted my hoods held right firmly on my head, and that works. That definitely works. Anyway, now last bit of kit was my backpack, not this one, but the A&IG, I think it's a 911. I'll put it up in the titles, the correct label for it. That's going to be my go-to. Absolutely awesome. The only place it rubs is around the lumbar, but a little bit of white sports tape over the areas, fix that, and I loaded it up full kit, heavier kit than I'll have on race day because I'm going to get better kit, and I didn't really even know I had it on, even with 3 litres of water. So that is definitely the pack I'll be using, bar any unforeseen change. So yeah, that's pretty much it on kit. I do need to get a very good base layer. I do need to get some very good waterproofs, lighter weight waterproofs, and some really good waterproof trousers. And I think I said in other videos, waterproof trousers, not a big fan of, but again, because I had shorts on, those waterproof trousers came out straight away when we got that got up on the hills, and they were my saving grace for keeping warm, for sure. There you go. See you tomorrow, and I'll give you the learns from leg 5 generally. Well, actually, tomorrow I'll talk about the learns about leg 5, what we learned from our recce experience. But today I will tell you a little bit of what I've learned about my own body, and it's all good news. Running again on the Tuesday was the first time I've ever gone out and run again after a 50k ultra, and that is such good news because normally I'm just walking around like a hobbling wreck, and admittedly I never tried to run again the day after a 50k ultra, least of all a mountain one, but as soon as I got out of bed I knew I could go again, and that could be mental because I knew I had to, who knows, but it was very pleasing. The other thing was no cramps throughout the whole weekend, and that for me has to be down to nutrition and also a much greater base level of fitness. And on that point I was concerned about being doddery on some of the rocks, and admittedly leg 5 hasn't got huge scrambles or anything, but it's got enough ups and sort of, you know, descents where you could be a bit wobbly, but the quads are quite strong, and I think that's down to base work. 65 mile a week alone is building up a hell of a lot of just general muscle strength, which came into play. And as I've said, I'm not completely neglecting core strength work, because I have been doing pistol squats and trying to strengthen up the legs, but nothing like as many as I'll be doing as I get deeper into training. So that was good news all around. And that will be enough for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to Friday, I think 6th of December, and 6 miles, easy recovery on the Fitchway. So I'm going to talk to you about how I learned about the course for day 5 on this run. So I'll talk to you in a bit. So, the leg itself, as we know, is about 44 miles roughly and getting on for 10,000 feet of elevation. And basically, I mean, you can look at the map, and the map always gives you a feel for where the hills are going to be, but until you're actually on the ground, you don't really know how much of it is properly runnable. And it was quite a nice surprise because probably the first 20 miles is similar to maybe being down on the South Downs or Suffolk Hills, very farm tracky, very sort of tarmac roads, a lot of it. I mean, to be fair, when you go through Llandovery, it's about a mile to get in there and then 3 miles of road to get out, and then you go around the Usker Reservoir. So, point I'm making is, for us, we're getting our map out a lot. We stopped in Llandovery for Izzy to get something in the patisserie. I went and used the toilets, and on that point, if you're thinking of using the toilets in there, carry 20p coin. We were lucky the cleaning attendant was there and he unlocked it for me, so I didn't have a 20p. But anyway, yeah, we dilly-dallied quite a lot, but well conditioned, we should be able to run pretty much that whole first 18 to 20 miles. And then of course, yeah, then you hit the hills and it's proper climbing. Obviously in December it was very, very boggy, but it's highly likely to be very boggy in September as well. And some of the climbs, from my level of conditioning, I was down to probably 35-40 minute per mile pace. It was real sort of grind it out stuff, and I think conditioning is going to really help with the hiking speed. So from leg 5, that taught me that's something we'll need to work on. And timings were interesting. We kept, obviously we were on a recce, so we were taking it a bit more steady, getting our map out a lot, stopping for views, chats, all that sort of stuff. But we were just about making the pace required to get back into camp for 10 o'clock if you left at 6. Now, I'm a bit stupid really. I thought in my mind that these times were quite generous, because you don't know, do you, until you start running it. But of course they're not. And so what it made me realise is, I looked at my Garmin afterwards and I'd been idle for 2 hours of the total running time across 2 days, and I've just got to kind of keep moving, don't waste idle time. And it has made me start to think about what I'd put in my drop bag. I think I'm going to have 2 drop bag strategies. A luxury one, which is if I'm well ahead of time and I've got the time to, you know, really sort of change some kit and do whatever really. And then a in and out drop bag and walk stop situation where it is all about minimizing the time idle. So yeah, it's a big leg. I mean, we did over 2 days, and it's sort of, I can understand, as I said on the video, why it's a man and woman breaker, especially when you've got 4 days of 4 legs in your feet and arms and quads and everything else beforehand. Navigation wise, it seemed pretty straightforward. I had the GPX and I had the luxury of Izzy reading the map. There's a few times where if I'm on my own, I need to know what side of the river I'm meant to be, because if I end up the wrong side of the river and it wasn't an obvious path sometimes, then you'll go astray a bit. But generally, as long as you keep, whoa, Essex wind, especially the big storm coming in at the weekend, and I'm off the lakes again, and that's going to be interesting. And not again, I haven't been to the lakes for a while, but going up to meet Izzy, get some more elevation in. But we won't be running on the Sunday. Sunday looks very blowy. Do our runs on the Monday and Tuesday. Anyway, back to day 5. So yeah, last sort of thoughts about the leg. I think it's a leg I'm going to have to plan, no matter what my level of fitness and Spartaning myself yet. I'm likely to be running a fair chunk of the last bit in the dark, and that's where the recce is priceless, because you come, some of the paths are very near the edge, and obviously I'll have a good head torch, really bright head torch. I might even wear 2 head torches, to be honest, one on my chest, one on my head, and yeah, so you want to be having your wits about you. But then the last bit along the river, you're only about 1.5 miles from camp. You come down off a very big descent, and then you think to yourself, well, I'm pretty much there, but it's a bit of a sketchy path, very narrow, very steep bank, quite a drop down to the fast flowing river as well, and in the dark, yeah, I think that is going to be an adventure and a half, and one I'm glad I've already reckoned, because I know how much is coming up. And yeah, I mean, me and Izzy, really, when we went back to our cottage afterwards for a nice shower, nice chill out and comfortable sofa, it was more the camping that is sort of freaking us out a bit, because if we'd done that and we come off all cold, so the thought of getting washed in a river and then getting yourself all sorted out and in a field, I don't know, that's the bit I've really got to get my head around. I will get my head around it, but at the moment that's probably more daunting than the course. So that's kind of it really for talking about day 5. You saw the video footage, so that's some more pictures speaking 1,000 words, isn't it really? I loved it. I mean, it's a beautiful leg. I love the variety of it. I do like climbing. I love getting up high, and we were lucky with the weather on the second day as well, so it was really quite an experience. So I am, and it also now feels great to have been out on the course, actually seeing some of the Dragon's Back terrain. Obviously there's 5 more legs to recce. I'm doing a Raw Adventures recce of leg 1, second half in April. I'm hoping if there's some good days in January and Feb where the weather looks very stable, I might get up and do leg 3 and 4 on my own, because Izzy will be in Costa Rica by then, and she's an adventurer, by the way. She doesn't stay in one place very long. And yeah, so all good. 12 weeks in, and onwards and upwards, as they say. Upwards, quite literally. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday. Last run of the week. Should close the week out with about 65 miles. So, say, won't record much footage of this. It's just a straightforward trail I've done many times. So, thanks for watching. I'll close out with some stats for the week. And yeah, really appreciate you following the channel, and hope it's been more relevant and enjoyable content this week. Bye for now, folks.